Hold on to your 12th man jerseys because what I'm about to tell you will send shockwaves through the entire Pacific Northwest. Three massive developments just dropped that could completely reshape our beloved Seahawks' destiny this season. And trust me when I say this, you're not prepared for what's coming next. Picture this. Our offensive coordinator just made a declaration that's got fantasy football owners pulling their hair out and opposing defenses scrambling their playbooks. Meanwhile, our front office made some sneaky roster moves that nobody saw coming. Moves that could be the difference between playoff glory and watching from home come January. But that's not even the craziest part. Seahawks Nation, there's chatter about a potential trade target that could transform our already dominant pass rush into an absolute nightmare for every quarterback in the NFC West. We're talking about a move so bold, so unexpected, that it might just be the missing piece to bring another Lombardi trophy back to Seattle. The energy at Lumen Field is about to reach volcanic levels, and every single one of these developments is connected in ways that will blow your mind. From running back controversies to defensive masterstrokes, from practice squad elevations to blockbuster trade possibilities, this is the kind of chaos that championship runs are made of. Hit that like button if you're ready to dive deep into Seahawks madness. Comment below with your predictions. And if you're not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? This is about to get wild. But first, let me ask you this, Seahawks Nation. What happens when your offensive coordinator drops a bombshell that changes everything we thought we knew about our backfield strategy? The answer might surprise you, and it all starts with what our mastermind coordinator just revealed about his long-term vision. Seahawks Nation, meet the architect of our offensive future. Clint Kubiak just threw down the gauntlets with a statement that's sending ripples through the entire NFL. This man looked reporters dead in the eye and declared something that'll make every defensive coordinator in the league lose sleep. I see to starters, that's right, family. Kenneth Walker III and Zach Charbon aren't just sharing carries, they're both being treated as starter-level threats. Kubiak isn't playing games here. He's building something revolutionary that opposing defenses simply can't prepare for. Look at these numbers and tell me this isn't genius-level planning. Walker's got 125 yards on 25 carries with that explosive burst we all love, while Charbonneys bulldoze his way to 57 yards on 27 carries with that inside toughness that punishes defenders. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. Charbonneys actually played more snaps than Walker, 64-43. This isn't your typical backup situation. This is strategic warfare. Mike McDonald backed up his coordinator with championship-level wisdom. You need multiple really good backs. Any great offense needs multiple backs. And we're fortunate to have the guys we have. This is the mindset of champions. Seahawks Nation. Walker brings that lightning-quick burst and open field magic that makes defenders look foolish, while Charbonnet brings that freight train mentality and red zone dominance that punches touchdowns into the end zone together. They're an absolute nightmare for any defense trying to game plan against us. Even with Sharpett listed as doubtful for this week's Saints battle, don't think for a second that this changes the long-term master plan. George Haney is ready to step up and keep this two-headed monster concept rolling. Fantasy football owners might be confused, but opposing defensive coordinators, they're absolutely terrified. How do you prepare for the completely different running styles that can both dominate games? You can't. But wait, Seahawks Nation, because while Kubiak's building this offensive masterpiece, our front office just made some moves that prove they're thinking 3 steps ahead of everyone else. While everyone's focused on the obvious storylines, our brilliant front office just executed a series of moves that prove they're playing for DHS. While everyone else is playing checkers, this is how championship organizations operate. Seahawks Nation, Jerrick Reed just got signed to the active roster. And this isn't some random practice squad promotion. This is strategic depth building at its finest. After releasing Cody White on Friday, management immediately filled that spot with a safety who brings exactly what Mike's defensive system demands. But they didn't stop there. D'Anthony Bell got elevated from the practice squad for the second time this season, proving that when they identify talent, they stick with it. This guy already proved his worth against the Steelers in Week 2, and now he's back to help solidify our secondary against the Saints. And here's where it gets really interesting. Jacardia Wright just got his shot elevated from the practice squad too. This running back depth is crucial, especially with our two-starter system and Charbonnese's injury concerns. Wright's been grinding since August 27th, waiting for his moment, and now it's here. The addition of Shane Lemieux to the practice squad shows they're thinking about offensive line depth too. Every championship team needs bodies ready to step up when the grind of the season takes its toll. But here's the plot twist that nobody saw coming. Jackson Smith-Jigba showed up on Saturday's injury report with an illness, and he's questionable for Sunday. Talk about last-minute drama. This is exactly why having depth players like Bell and Wright ready to contribute becomes absolutely critical. These moves might look small to casual fans, but championship-caliber organizations know that games are won and lost by the guys who step up. When stars go down, every elevation, every signing, every addition is building towards something bigger. The front office is showing they're ready for a New York scenario, any injury, any curveball that the NFL season throws at us. This is the kind of preparation that separates playoff pretenders from championship contenders. But Seahawks Nation, while we're building depth and perfecting our offensive system, there's whispers about a move that could take our already dominant defense to absolutely terrifying levels. Seahawks Nation, buckle up, because what I'm about to reveal could be the difference between a good season and a legendary championship run. While everyone's talking about obvious trade targets, there's a monster pass rusher flying completely under the radar. Who could transform our already elite defense into an absolute weapon of mass destruction? Jalen Phillips from the Miami Dolphins. This 2021 first-round pick is sitting on a sinking ship in Miami. And guess what? The Dolphins just fell to 0-3 after getting demolished by Buffalo on Thursday Night Football. Fire sale incoming, and we should be first in line. Here's why this move is absolutely genius. Phillips has 23 sacks in just 49 games played. When healthy, this man is a certified quarterback hunter. And the best part, his injury history means we could get him for pennies compared to what Trey Hendrickson or Micah Parsons would cost. But here's the beautiful part. Seahawks Nation, we don't need Phillips to be an every-down player. Under Mike McDonald's system, we're already leading the league in pressure right through to weeks. We're getting to quarterbacks consistently, but we only have 4 sacks to show for it, and 0 of them from a true edge rusher. Phillips would be our pass rush specialist, the guy who turns all that pressure into actual sacks when it matters most. Imagine fourth quarter game on the line, situations where Phillips comes off the bench fresh and hungry, ready to terrorize tired offensive tackles. This isn't just about adding talent. This is about adding the perfect piece to an already championship-caliber defense. We've got the pressure, we've got the system. We just need that finishing touch that turns pressure into points and wins into playoff dominance. Miami is looking at a complete rebuild with McDaniel, Tago, and Tyreek Hill all potentially on the way out. Phillips is on his 5th-year option without a long-term deal, making him the perfect rental for a championship push. Smash that like button if you want to see Phillips in a Seahawks uniform. Comment below, should we pull the trigger on this trade? And subscribe, because this season is about to get absolutely insane. Seahawks Nation, we're not just building a team, we're building a dynasty. From Q-Back's 2-starter backfield revolutions as strategic roster depth to potential game-changing trades, every move is pointing toward one thing: championship glory. The question isn't whether we can compete, it's whether the rest of the NFL is ready for what we're about to unleash. Are you ready to fly with the Seahawks Nation?